about ready to play baseball as the Cubs go for a 3-game sweep. And, you know, and the Cubs pitching has been so brilliant. I'm just wondering, Steve, how much a part of this improved Cubs pitching has to do with the improved defense?
In the last 10 games, Harry, the Cubs have a 270 earned run average. They're sending Dick Ruthven to the mound, and the thing about Ruthven is he's 2-0, but we've won all 4 games that he's pitched in.
It's been a combination of timely hitting, alert base running, fine defense, and outstanding pitching. And the Cubs are leading the National League East at the moment.
This is the first time that's happened since May 24th, 1978. The Cubs are finally in first place by themselves. And you're right, Harry, the defense has a great deal to do with it.
All right, we're ready for the lineups now. And here they are. For the Cubs, Dernier in center field, Sandberg at second base, Moreland in left, Durham at first, Hall in right, Hebner at third, Davis the catcher, Verizzer at shortstop, and Ruthven, who's 2-0 with a 3.58 earned run average, the pitcher. For the Cardinals, Lonnie Smith in left, Ozzie Smith at short, David Green at first, George Hendrick in right, Darrell Porter the catcher, Ken Oberkfell at third, Willie McGee in center, Mike Ramsey at second. As you watch Bob Forsch, who's 0-2 with a earned run average of 4.50 on the mound. The umpires, Dick Stello works the plate, John McSherry at first, Fred Brocklander at second, and Billy Williams at third. Bush Memorial Stadium, I'm sure it must be obvious to you. Base hit! Down the third base line, he's going to go for 2. And Dernier leads it off with a double to left. That a way to start the ball game.
Who was 2 for 5 yesterday, starts it off against Forsch. Bob Forsch hung a curveball. Dernier pounds it down the line. Now watch Lonnie Smith. He has some trouble with this ball. Finally coming up with it, getting it back, but a good start for the Cubs.
Nobody out. Dernier in scoring position very fast. 3-2, big pitch coming up. Long drive, deep left center field, way back. McGee near the wall makes the catch. Dernier is going to advance to third easily after the catch. So Sandberg advances man anyway on a long drive in the straightaway center that Willie McGee caught. He's giving Gary Matthews a rest today with a day game after last night's night. Ground ball, that will score the run. Ozzie Smith with a long throw will get his man. 1-0 Cubs. His average of 341. Ground ball hit. Nice play by David Green, the pitcher covering. He's out on a close play. Nice play all the way around, both by Forsch getting over there, and David Green going behind the bag. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors, nobody left. We go into the bottom of the first. Cubs out in front, 1-0. Here's a pitch and it's strike 3 call. Lonnie Smith is 0 for 6 in the series. Here's Ozzie Smith coming up.
Winter, the Phillies locked him out of the weight room. They wouldn't let him work out with the team because he was opponent.
Bright, sunshiny day. There's a base hit like a bullet, and Ozzie Smith is on. Smith singles sharply to center. I'll bring up David Green. Got nothing to do with him hitting the game-winning home run last night. He was going to play third today regardless. As manager Jim Fry rests some of his veterans because of the early start on a day game following a long, tense night game. There goes a runner. There's the throw. Stolen base. And position. Ozzie's 2 out of 2 in stolen bases. He's going to try to steal third. The throw. Save! Jody was very slow with his delivery because I think he had trouble getting the ball out of the glove.
Ruthven only made 1 look to second base. He didn't vary his timing at all. It's a difficult ball to throw because it's low and away, and Ozzie steals another one.
And Ruthven really needs a strikeout right here. Here's a ground ball. The game is tied over the first of the out. And the Cardinal fans roar. 2-2 pitch. High drive, left center field. Dernier, a sensational play. Holy cow. There you had a classic example of why the Cubs pitching has been better this year.
Yeah. When the ball went up, you didn't think anybody had a shot at it, but Dernier, off with the crack of the bat, makes a waist-high backhanded grab.
So at the end of one, it's tied at 1. Under will receive a beautiful sports equipment bag. Absolutely free. There you see it. Here's Hall, ground ball. David Green, easy out.
Afford for one of their starting pitchers to be injured for any length of time.
Any home runs against the Cardinals, and his second time up, he hit one to win it. Ball 4 on 4 pitches.
Last year, he only struck out 56 men in 187 innings. He walked 54, so his control is usually pretty much on the mark.
The runner at first base is Hebner, 1 away. Line drive, base hit in the left field. Jody really timed that breaking ball perfectly. Here's Verizon hitting only 182, playing in place of Larry Boa. Line drive, left field base hit. Will the runner be able to score? Here he comes. Here's the throw coming towards the plate, and it is not in time. Verizon ripped a single to left. The Cubs have taken the lead 2-1 as Hebner slides across the plate. Pitcher Dick Ruthven. Ruthven has had 3 hits this year. All 3 have been doubles. The pitch. Swung a line drive in the right center, a base hit. Another man is going to score. A runner going towards third. Here's a throw. Out at third base. Boy, oh boy, Verizon must have had a piano on his back. And watch where Hendrick has to run to get it.
Well, Hendrick is not the man to run on. He's got a phenomenal arm. He comes over and cuts down Verizon at third. Watch the throw. He short hops it. A bullet throw to third base.
Boy, is he.
He's out easily.
And Ruthven is 4 out of 10 as a hitter. Here now is Dernier. Jody Davis, 3-1. There's a left-hander getting ready in the bullpen. Fly ball, right center field, may drop. Hey, did he make the catch? He did! Sensational play by George Hendrick. That cost the Cubs another run. What a magnificent backhanded shoestring catch.
It was a great inning defensively for Hendrick. There you can see he makes the catch cleanly. The play called by John McSherry.
2 runs on 3 hits. No errors. And 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. The Cubs 3, the Cardinals 1. Right field pitched a better inning than Bob Force did.
He had a great inning. That's the capabilities he has. And the Cardinals had a decision when they moved David Green to first base. Him to certainly has shown that Hendrick is a pretty good right fielder.
There's Porter to lead it off. At the moment, though, he's better off than Force because he leads 3-1.
Force hasn't come to bat yet, though. He's a pretty good hitter also.
Ground ball. Durham will take it himself. 1 out.
His body and retired him, but every day he starts to look more comfortable and smoother at first.
1 out, nobody on. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out. Ground ball. Pitcher covers, easy out. From Durham to Ruthven. McGee hitting 273. Switch hitter. 1 homer this year. Bouncing ball. Sandberg, a great play, but McGee beats it out. You know, I think Sandberg intentionally threw the ball into that AstroTurf, thinking he could get more off the bounce.
In the major leagues to try that was Davey Concepcion. And the ball does pick up speed on the first hop off the AstroTurf, but McGee with that lightning speed down to first beats it. That's his 6th infield hit of the year.
Here's Ramsey hitting 111. These guys love to run. High fly ball. Forget about this inning. Hall is there waiting. He's got it to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. At the end of 2. Cubs 3, Cardinals 1. How's everything going?
Everything is wonderful. Things are going very well. Sales are extremely good. We love Chicago, but we wish you'd leave town.
But only 3 games out. Baltimore last in the East, 10 games out. Cincinnati. There's a ground ball. Watch Ozzie Smith. You know, Steve, he doesn't have a strong arm, but he gets it away so quickly.
I think if you were going to grade his arm, if you were a scout and you were watching him play sandlot ball, you might grade it average, maybe a little below average for a major league shortstop. But Harry, every time somebody hits the ball, Ozzie's there.
And he throws everybody out easily. Here's Moreland, drove in a run on the first. He's 34 years old. Ground ball. Now watch Ozzie. He'll throw him out easily. 2 up, 2 down. Our Larry Boas made only 1 error, I believe. Is tote bag day. Tell you more about that later. That's for the adults. Popped it up. Ozzie Smith. So for the first time, the Cubs are down in order. Here's a good hitting pitcher, Bob Forsch, who started his career originally as a third baseman. Bouncing ball. Verizon should throw him out, and he does.
How would you like to have to face the Connie Mack team in Compton, California? They had both Lonnie and Ozzie on the same club. You think they stole some bases against those young catchers?
Well, he fooled him on that play. Knocks the ball down. Look at that backhanded flip. Ruthven must have played a little basketball as a kid.
Backhand him, and that's what he did. He couldn't come up with the handle on this. When he finally does, he has some time, and he goes, wait a second, wait a second. Okay, I'll get you out.
Backhanded pass. There's, remember when we showed you the ski cap of Keith Moreland Tuesday night? Now look at it today. 82 degrees. As you can tell from the adornment, or lack of it, on that young lady. There's another tap to the pitcher. What an easy inning for Ruthven. 1, 2, 3. Nothing across. Milo will be joining Steve in a moment. This is Harry Caray at Bush Memorial Stadium in St. Louis. We're at the end of 3. The Cubs are leading 3-1.
Milo Hamilton joining Steve Stone now in the middle, and hey, things are going pretty well here. You don't suppose we could leave here and go to Pittsburgh with a zip jab on these Redbirds in their park, do you?
Well,
when we get to Pittsburgh, thought the vendor's better that way. Line down the right side. It's a fair ball. It'll kick down into the corner. Hall heading for second. And he will pull in with a double. So Hall starts the 4th inning with a double against Bob Forsch.
Look at a vicious double by Mel Hall. Is that the Cubs have hit 14 home runs this year, Milo, but 9 have come from the 6th inning on, and 6 of them have come from the 8th inning on, which shows you that unlike last year, when they're hitting home runs, they're hitting them in situations that can win the ball game.
I'll tell you this, when you look up and see those homers that help you win, total home runs are often deceiving for the Cubs. Lined and slicing out into center, and that ball will slice and drop in front of McGee. Hall will come home. Hebner got to hit the dirt, and he's safe with a double. Back-to-back doubles for the Cubbies against Forsch, and Hebner continues his fine hitting. He's 3 for 3 in this series.
Well, Chuck Tanner would love to have this guy back, but fortunately he's playing in a Cub uniform, and Richie Hebner, his 3rd RBI of the year. Mel Hall scoring, and Hebner's not content with a single. He just keeps it going and slides easily into second base for the Cubs.
Well, nice feature, Arnie, and he has made some catches, I want to tell you. And it's nice to know he's wearing that Cubby blue right now, too. You talked about a run batted in with a base hit in the second inning. He drove in the second run. There's a high pop right side. Green by the coach's box. 2 down. Front 4-1. They've out hit the Redbirds 6-2. After 16 to today, they're 4 over. A 12-game swing in the matter of a year. Grounder to second. Easy play. Side retired, but the Cubs pick up another run on back-to-back doubles by Hall and Hebner. 1 run, 1 hit. We played into the middle of the 4th. The Cubs are in front of the Redbirds 4-1. Green, Hendrick, and Porter. So Forsch, who hasn't won a game this year, wasn't sharp here today. Yes, the weather has warmed up. I knew it had when I came over in this booth and saw Stoney working without a sport coat on.
Beautiful day, and you got to take advantage of it after some of the weather that we had in Chicago this last homestand.
That's a trio that has to do something for you one way or another. 0 for 20 pretty well tells their story. Big bouncer short, great big hop for Tom Verizor, good strong throw, and it's 1 away. That's coming back and getting him.
Any setters, we're talking about the 2 Smiths hitting 1-2. If you're keeping them off the bases consistently, it takes a whole lot away from the Cardinal offense on base.
Swinging and popping it, and it's playable over here to the left for Jody, over by the on-deck circle, and Hendrick is out on 1 swing, popping it up to Jody Davis. Porter, he bounced out to Durham in the second inning. Cubs with 4 runs, 6 hits. Cardinals 1 run, 2 hits. 2-0 pitch. Right at the shortstop, who had him played perfectly. Verizor gets him, and it's 3 up and 3 down.
From Cincinnati for Jose Brito. He's got a pretty good fastball. He keeps it down, throws breaking pitches, and usually pitches in the middle for the Cardinals.
Gambled and dove. I had visions of it bouncing behind him. Bouncer short. Fast man running, but Ozzie takes 1 big bounce out of it and throws out the speedy Denier. 1 down in the 5th inning.
Right fielder. When you're shuttled around through a few different positions, it's difficult to get your timing, but he was told.
The fans and the media had complained here over the last few years about the AstroTurf in this park. There's a bouncer to third. Great big hop for Oberkfell. Throws out Sandberg, and it's 2 down. Moreland has driven in the 1st. Then in the 3rd inning, shortstop threw him out again. They really did the whole renovation. 3 up, 3 down as Moreland chases a pitch way down and out. So 3 up, 3 down for Lottie. He's retired 6 in a row since coming out of their bullpen. Halfway through this game. Middle of the 5th after 4 1/2. The Cubs 4 runs, 6 hits. The Cardinals 1 run, 2 hits. It's tailored for entertaining your favorite clients. Oberkfell and Verizor not able to head it off. Didn't come up for him. You're going to make that play as you're gliding toward the bag. You got to get a little bounce. Didn't get enough. And I think you'll be glad you did. Lined into right center. It'll take off and roll. Oberkfell will be waved. McGee can fly. He's headed for 3rd. And a run is in. And there's still nobody out.
Watch Keith Moreland after he starts chasing this one. When he gets to the ball, for some reason, he throws down his hat. There you see the hat is off the redhead, but he still can't cut down Oberkfell as McGee coasts into 3rd. Some problems as the Redbirds are starting to make some noise here in the bottom of the 5th.
Van Slyke batting .257, 1 homer, 2 RBIs.
In the outside corner at 98 miles an hour.
He struck him out to end the game. There's a base hit into left field. The run is in. Ruthven has given up 3 straight hits. Hall got over and got that ball in a hurry. Gets by at second, but Durham backing up. Tying run is on base, and the person of Van Slyke at first. Braun is 3 for 10. So if Ruthven could Settle down here now. The runner going, swinging, base hit into right field. Van Slyke will go to third. Moreland's throw will come to Sandberg. 4 straight hits off Ruthven. So as puzzling as he had been to the Cardinals in the second, third, and fourth, he hasn't been a puzzle at all in the fifth.
Will be the hitter that Rich Bordy will face.
Oh, he really did a turnaround. I'm talking about Ruthven. Just look, as you said, it just looked like after a little wobbly first when he gave up a run that he had found his groove and got out of it just as quickly. He throws that heavy sinker. Boy, you'd like to have him get one in the right spot here and get that double play.
Well, he caught a break and he's making the most of it. He wasn't supposed to go north with the club, but a couple injuries to Warren Brewster and Rick Russell made a couple spots available on that pitching staff, and Rich Bordy claimed one of them. He had a nice spring. He's thrown the ball very well in his brief appearances up here. So far, he's been able to show them that he can pitch a little bit, and that is helping him stay in the major leagues.
Happens to you as it did here. That's one of the charms of this game. You can't take anything for granted.
Bordy only took 6 warm-up pitches. When you come into the game, you're allowed 8. But he figures that he had enough time to get loose. Hopefully he'll be right. And Dickie Knowles has also grabbed a ball and is throwing in the Cub bullpen.
All right, Bordy has a job to do, and he's looking at the top of the order. Van Slyke at third, Braun at first, and there's a looping liner that will drop over Sandberg's head for another hit, and the game is tied. RBI single for Lonnie Smith, his first hit of the series, and we're 4-4.
The 8th RBI of the year for Lonnie, who goes opposite way, hits it off the end of the bat, and just barely gets it over the head of Sandberg. There you can see Van Slyke, who came in with a pinch hit this inning, scoring the tying run.
5 straight hits, still nobody out, and now Ozzie Smith, who singled and literally stole a run in the first. After his single, he stole second, stole third, and scored on a green bounce out. Won in the series, but he's batting with teammates at first and third. Runner at first going. Swing. Roller up the first base side. There'll be no play. He got the runner that went by at first. Durham with a good quick reaction. He had thoughts about coming home. When he saw he didn't have a play, he gave the quick motion to get Ozzie Smith.
Now watch Leon, thinking he's got a play at the plate. He does tag Ozzie, but he thinks he misses him, so he continues on with the play. He was called out first on the tag, so it goes 3 unassisted, but Leon did the right thing, not taking anything for granted.
Ruthven did 180 degrees from the 4th to the 5th. Started the inning leading 4-1. There's a squibbler past the mound. Sandberg got to come in. Throws and gets him on the play. Lonnie Smith moves over to third.
Just as Lonnie Smith was dangerous with men on the bases after.
Looks to third. He got Hendrick. Hendrick's 0 for 11 in this series. So by and large, Bordy did a good job. After Smith greeted him, he got the next 3 hitters. A 4-run inning on 5 hits. There weren't any errors. A man was stranded at third, and after 5 innings, it's turned around. Redbirds. Cardinals lead the Cubs 5-4. Horton is the new pitcher as we get ready to go here now to the 6th inning. The good-looking guy eating the hot dog is Joe Cunningham, who was the ladies' favorite Cardinal when he played here. Had a 10-year career in the big leagues. They've got him in the Hall of Fame downstairs here now. And he's done a heck of a job for this organization as their ticket sales manager. And you're going to go to another $2 million a year here.
We have a real good chance, Milo, to hit $2 million, and we got to start winning.
Well, I hope you start Friday. As Durham pops up to Van Slyke, who stayed in the game. Whoa, had to back up on that one.
Well, you know, the law of averages have to be with us a little bit, Milo, but, you know, when you get the ball up a little bit, only a couple times, you know what happens there. But
Batting for Hall.
On the year, Horton 0-0, 270 earned run average, making his 5th appearance last year. Ricky Horton was in AAA all season. 10-6 with a 484 earned run average. He started 24 games out of 30 appearances. So
Horton is their 3rd pitcher, following Forsch and Lottie. High fly ball, deep right center, but a high fly ball that McGee has a lot of time to settle under, and he does, and it's 2 down. Forsch, who looked like he was on his way to his 3rd loss, is now off the hook. Ruffin, who looked like he was on his way to his 3rd win, is on the other side of the ledger. And
standing there ready in the bullpen. So although he's a youngster,
there is a base hit into right field off the bat of Hebner. Oh, he's sizzling right now.
everything he hits is going for a base hit. So Whitey will go with Horton for a little bit, but he's not going to let Horton get hurt. It's very difficult when you have young pitchers, and now Whitey is coming out, and he has called Neil Allen into the game. So
Hamilton with Cubs television from St. Louis on WGN Television 9 in Chicago, Chicago's very own and America's #1 sports station. 3 games in Pittsburgh, 2 in New York on this trip yet will be yours on Channel 9. Neil Allen got a couple more tosses coming here.
He's got a good curveball. That's probably his best pitch. He throws a fastball. It's not quite as lively as some of the right-handers you'll see, but that curveball is the old equalizer. He throws it very hard. He doesn't change up too often on it, and he can buckle the knees of a right-hand hitter when that curveball is working well.
1-1 to Jody. High pop right side. Looks like it's playable. It's going to stay there behind the coach's box for Green. Side retired. No runs and a hit. No errors. Hebner left. And in the middle of the 6th, the Cardinals still have their 5-4 lead.
Oberkfell right now is kind of on borrowed time at third. They'd love to play Andy Van Slyke every day. They can't find a position for him. Here's a 23-year-old with all kinds of promise, sitting on the bench most every day except before the game.
Whitey stuck his neck out. Got rid of a popular player, Ted Simmons here. There's ball 4. But an 82 with Porter guiding that club from his catching position. They won it all.
He's really reluctant to do that, and he felt Ted really couldn't throw in the National League consistently. He felt the game was shifting. It would become more aggressive. There'd be more base runners.
Now, of course, Simmons DHs their runner going, and there's a bouncer toward third. Hebner looks, has no play at second, throws on to first, gets Oberkfell. So with the movement on the bases, the run and hit, and Oberkfell just slapped at the ball, got it to Hebner.
Surprising move with a catcher, but the percentages are cut down because Oberkfell always makes contact. He
into this series. Right at Hebner, looks the runner back at second, throws on, and got the fast man. Good strong throw by Ritchie, because McGee can surely get down that line.
It shows you there's still some life in that arm as he fired to first to Nip McGee. They're going to walk Andy Van Slyke now.
All right, the intentional pass completed to Van Slyke. So you've got runners at first and second. Walks put them both on, and now Allen will bat for himself as the Cardinals are in front 5-4.
With the pitcher coming up, you also get a break. Gary Matthews is playing very shallow in left, as is Dernier and Moreland in right and center. So even on a single, there's a chance you might throw out Darrell Porter. He doesn't.
Checking back, now delivers. And a looping liner will drop into right center. Off Moreland's glove, and it goes onto the wall. 2 runs are in, and Allen is going to end up at third base. Talk about it breaking out in a strange place. It just is.
The ball hits the top of Keith Moreland's glove and just keeps on going. And then when he tries to pick it up, he can't. Watch as it hits off the top of his glove. The Cardinals are off to the races. that was a big one. 2 RBIs.
Hebner on the short hop. Throws out Lonnie Smith, and the side is finally retired. But Bordy paid for 2 walks. 2 runs on only 1 hit.
Caray and Steve Stone as we go into the 7th. Boy, this ball game is sure turned around since I saw you last, Steve.
So that's going to be it, as Gary Woods is in the on-deck circle.
Now the pitch. Struck him out. He started a swing, change of mind. The pitch was in there. Strike 3 call. Ability is its greatest fascination. Here's Dick Ruthven, your best pitcher. You give him a 4-1 lead. He hasn't pitched anything but well all year long. And this is the day he doesn't have it.
1 for 3 as a pinch hitter, so that'll be the day's work for Rich Bordy.
There's a line shot in the center for Gary Woods, a base hit. So up and another left-hander getting ready.
Looks like Dave Rucker for the Cardinals.
Allen's pitch swung on, a little looping pop fly will be caught by Oberkfell for an easy out. Sandberg 0 for 3 today. 2 out of 12 in the series. There's a high pop fly, easy out for Tito Landrum. Landrum under the ball makes the cut. Sandberg popped to Landrum. No run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Cardinals out in front 7-4.
This year, since coming off the DL with some injured ribs, he's making his 2nd appearance. Pitched 2 innings, hasn't given up anything. We saw him against Pittsburgh and he threw the ball well. He's got to hold the Cardinals right here because Neil Allen is throwing the ball exceptionally well.
Now the pitch swung and he missed, striking out. Ozzie Smith goes down swinging because that 2nd strike looked like it was an afterthought on the part of the plate umpire. They're here from Mount Zion, Illinois. There's a drive right field. Moreland going back, and he makes the catch over his shoulder. 2-man run. The pitch swung and drilled like a bullet. There's his hit for Hendrick. A double to left. That'll bring him to Al Porter. Double to left. There's a drive in the right field. Moreland coming on. Makes a brilliant play. A fine backhanded stab by Keith Moreland. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Watch it again. Fine play at the end of 7th. The Cardinals are leading 7-4. These Cubs need a couple of base runners. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball, easy out left field. Tito Landrum and Willie McGee, and McGee makes the catch. 1 out.
Made a guy who hits like Woody Allen look like Richie Allen.
Pretty good. Off the pitcher's glove. He recovers it and throws in time. Nice play by Neil Allen.
Who tips this ball, and it doesn't go far away from him. He's able to stay with it, keep his concentration. He knows Durham runs well and fires to first, so you've got to be the 5th infielder.
Him out on a pitch into the dirt. And Allen was superb in that inning. 1, 2, 3, nothing across. We go into the bottom of the 8th. Cardinals leading 7-4. Caray with Steve Stone. The biggest crowd of the series on his businessman special. It's only 2:30 here in St. Louis. This game is now in the bottom of the 8th. It started at 12:30.
Oberkfell started off all the problems in the 5th inning with a leadoff single. It looked innocuous at the time, but 4 hits followed that, and the Cardinals knocked Dick Ruthven to the showers.
Oberfeld hitting .226. There's a smash. Look at Sandberg. What a beautiful thing he is to watch. Easy out. He makes the toughest plays look so ridiculously simple. You know, old-timers talk about a guy named Charlie Gehringer as being so slick and smooth. Willie McGee swing off the pitcher's hand. Verizon throws too late. I don't know whether that ball hit Brewster's glove or whether it hit the peak of his cap. Watch it.
The 7th infield hit of the year for Willie McGee, and he got the glove up, but it didn't get to Verizon in time, and Willie McGee shows you that wheels can earn you as many hits as your bat.
But the Cardinals just can't make up their mind where he should play. There goes a runner, pitch out, there's a peg, and he is in there with a stolen base. Even with a pitch out.
Pat guessed right, he was going. Jody takes a long time to deliver the ball. The throw is not good. Willie slides under it, and he puts the tag on his hip. So the 5th stolen base of the year for McGee. He still hasn't been caught stealing, and the Redbirds are doing what they do best, using the running game.
See out there. Now they're going to intentionally pass it. The ball butted to throw to third. They're going to get him easily. Over to first. Safe. Boy, Hebner tried for the double play and almost got it. Force out. There's a ground ball right to Verizon. Steps on second. Easy out. Lonnie Smith hits into a force play. No runs on the ball. That. One hit. No errors. 2 left. At the end of 8, it's do or die now for the Cubs as we go into the 9th. Cardinals leading 7-4. A walk and 2 hits. 1 RBI, 1 run scored. He bunts down to third baseline. Allen's peg is, just in time. Bare hand pickup by Allen is what made the play.
Watch Allen. Has trouble getting it. He finally does, and fires a strike to David Green.
Not a bad play on the part of Hebner either. There's Bruce Sutter getting ready. Off day tomorrow. We'll be on the air from Pittsburgh at 6:30. Look at that Allen with a nice play again on a hot smash. Boy, he's had quite a day.
In the last 2 innings, he has retired 3 men on balls hit back to him.
Here's Sagan about. Say won the ball game with his glove after winning him with his bat. There's a base hit for Say. Hit the ball sharply. Cubs are not dead yet.
And if Woods can stay alive, Buck will come on. Bruce Sutter still loosening up in the bullpen. Mike Rourke down there with him.
3-0 pitch. Ball 4. He walked it.
Out comes Whitey Herzog, and I think he's seen enough. There's the motion to the bullpen. Now, yesterday, Buckner said he was looking for the split finger fastball against Sutter, but he threw him a regular fastball. He says that's very unusual for Sutter. So today, look for him to look for that split finger again and try to take it downtown.
He walked 1 and fanned 2. The responsibility for the 2 men on base belongs to him. 1 ball, no strikes.
Tim Stoddard in the bullpen for the Cubs.
Sandberg on deck. Ground ball, right field base hit. Here's a runner going to hold at third. They've got a play right, filling the bases. A wild pitch, a run will Scudall. The runners have to hold because the ball hit the concrete. Bounce right back to Darrell Porter. What a break for the Cardinals, because that would have put the two tying runs in scoring position.
You don't see this often, but the ball hits the bottom of the wall and comes right back to Darrell Porter. Now, Say doesn't know that the ball's going to bounce away, and he doesn't want to get thrown out at home.
Smash! Foul ball. Boy, that would have cleared him. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 2 out. There go the runners. A little tap, got a chance to beat it out. And he does. A base hit. 7-5.
Deep. He was trying to guard against the double. Sandberg doesn't get much into it, but gets enough for his first base hit of the day. Nothing for Van Slyke to do except hold it.
The pitch. There's a drive in the left field, going to be caught, and the game is over. Boy, Moreland hit the heck out of the ball, but a line drive right at Landrum. You can't hit the ball much harder. Just didn't have enough arc to go out of here. 1 run for the Cubs, who leave the bases loaded. 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left. And so the Cubs, who won 2 out of 3 from the Cardinals in Chicago, have also won 2 out of 3 from the Cardinals in St. Louis. Caray and Steve Stone back at Busch Memorial Stadium, where the Cubs had hoped to complete a sweep over the Cardinals, had to settle for 2 out of 3. If you can win 2 out of 3 in every series the rest of the year, they'll be flying a pennant on the flagpole at Wrigley Field.
Well, Harry, I think we can look back to 1 pitch out of a lot of pitches here today.
Yeah.
And the pitch by Rich Bordy to Neil Allen really hurt it. Put 2 extra Cardinal runs on the board. That turned out to be the difference. But the good thing about the Cubs today, they still had the tying and winning run coming to the plate in the 9th inning.
And I tell you something, the pitch that Moreland hit was a pitch he could have hit out of here just as well. It was if it was the split finger fastball, it didn't break down. It hung up there, and Keith really hit the tar out of the ball. A line drive directly at Landrum.
Well, the 2 times we saw Suter, he wasn't throwing the ball as well as he could. He recorded his 5th save today, but he was fortunate. We could have just as easily have won this one. But the team keeps fighting. They're playing good baseball, and almost without exception today, they executed well once again.
You know, it was Bertie Tebbets, I think, who originally said about baseball that it's a game of inches. Just remember now, Ryne Sandberg's smash, inches foul with the bases loaded, which would have scored all 3 men.
Well, that can happen, but then Rhino came up and did get the key base hit. But if you're going to lose a game, it's good to lose the last one after winning the first 2.
You know, it just shows, though, the unpredictable fascination of baseball. If you would have told me that we were going to get 5 runs with Dick Ruthven pitching today, said it's money in the bank. You're going to win all 3 games. But today, unfortunately, Ruthven hit an inning, the 5th, when he just couldn't get anybody out.
And the Cardinals on the other side of the field had a very good performance out of Neil Allen. He looked as good as we've ever seen him look, and he kept the Cardinals right there. So they had some pretty good pitching, and this club's a better club than they've looked. They'd lost 7 in a row. You got to figure they were due to break out of it. Unfortunately, today was the day.
I tell you, to make sure that the Cubs stay in the winning gear that they're in right now, I want you to pitch batting practice tomorrow in Pittsburgh so that everybody keeps his eyes, Steve, and we'll see you Friday.
Okay, Harry, take care.
All right, it'll be a night game Friday night at Pittsburgh. We'll be with you at 6:30. Quickly now, the totals: 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the St. Louis Cardinals. The winning pitcher is Jeff Lottie. The save goes to Bruce Suter. Lottie's record is 1-1 for Suter, his 5th save. For the Cubs, 5 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. And Dick Ruthven is the loser, and that makes his record his first loss of the year. He now is 1-2 and lost 1. With Steve Stone, hoping you enjoyed the telecast. Knowing that you didn't, if you're a Cub fan, you'd have preferred to win it. This is Harry Caray, wishing you all a very pleasant good afternoon from Busch Memorial Stadium, where the biggest crowd of the series, proving that day baseball is still very much alive, thank you, saw the St. Louis Cardinals beat the Chicago Cubs in a thriller 7-5. See you Friday night from Pittsburgh. So long, everybody.